Hey guys, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss Cult, American Horror Story, 2017, 11 episode season Cult. Pardon my appearance, I have been viciously attacked by these goddamn mosquitoes that are just everywhere, and it's the middle of October and they should be back to hell where they belong, but c'est la vie. This thing here, mosquito. And I will be scratching for the course of this review. Just, ugh. So, 2017's Cult, American Horror Story Cult, was terrifying because it can happen. And I say this about all the Purge movies because they're too realistic that it can happen. In this current political climate, it's all too likely to happen. Purge, American Horror Story Cult. It's horrifying. The plot of this show is that the world goes crazy after the 2016 presidential election between Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump. This show was a very unbiased show. Nothing leaning more towards Democrats, nothing leaning more towards Republicans. They even discuss Independent and Green Party for a couple of episodes. Kai Anderson is played by Evan Peters. He is the cult leader of... He doesn't actually name his cult. It's just the Kai Anderson initiation, whatever. He always goes on these things. 30-year-old coder who covered up his parents' murder-suicide with his older brother Vincent, played by Cheyenne Jackson. Is that his last name? He was in seasons 5 and 6 of Horror Story as well. He played a great psychologist, Vincent Anderson, in this show. Billy Lord plays Winter Anderson in this season as well. Billy is an awesome actress. We know her from Scream Queens 1 and 2. She is in the new Star Wars movie. She's doing a bunch of other stuff as well. So it's fun seeing Ryan Murphy work with the same people, much like Tim Burton works with the same people. Billy Lord was in Scream Queens. Ryan Murphy did Scream Queens. Ryan Murphy, Brad Falco did Scream Queens. So, and Horror Story. It's nice to see all the actors and actresses mingle. Emma Roberts started with season 3 of Horror Story. She was in season 4 of Horror Story. Was not in season 5 of Horror Story because she was in Scream Queens. Was in season 2 of Scream Queens. Was in season 6 for 2 episodes of Horror Story. Again, it's nice to see everyone mingle. I'm sorry, season 7 she was in for Horror Story. You have Sarah Paulson playing this awesome character of Allie, who's terrified of clowns, who's terrified of holes, who has all these different phobias. She's married to this girl named Ivy, and they both have a son named Osmantius, who they call Oz, or Ozzy. So Winter is hired as the babysitter for Oz, but it turns out that Winter and Ivy had a thing back in a little bit before the elections even happened. So the season was actually a little hard to follow, just because there was a lot of flashbacks. There was the present times, there was flashbacks, and then once Allie's plan of, after she's committed into a psych ward for 3 weeks on Ivy's front, she plots her revenge on Ivy, winds up killing Ivy, and then winds up making a deal with the FBI to be their informant to target Kai. So then Kai gets incarcerated, creates his own following, again in prison as the Divine Ruler, breaks out of prison, tries to assassinate Allie on a global stage because she's running for Senator of Michigan at this point. And then Beverly Hope, played by, oh crap, I forget her name. She was in season 1. She played Lee Harris in season 6, Roanoke. She was in True Blood for a long time. Great actress, awesome actress. She plays Beverly Hope, who's a TV reporter who gets sucked into the cult as well. And then she eventually kills Kai on the global scale, and then Allie becomes Senator of Michigan, and she says this wonderful thing of, like, people call me a snowflake, but I am one of millions. And you know what a snowflake makes? A GD blizzard. A goddamn blizzard, I'll just say. And it's cool. It's cool seeing that there's points made on both sides of the political aisle, right? But it's a matter of what would you do for a family. Kai wound up killing his entire family out of being crazy, and Allie wound up killing her wife, but wound up saving her son. So what do you do to survive? How do you overcome these phobias? How do you overcome these fears? It was really nice to see how they tied in these phobia things with the election. I remember when season 7 was announced that it was going to be called Cult and it was going to be all about the 2016 elections. Everyone was like, no. Why? We watch these shows to escape reality. But, just like The Purge does, geniusly and horrifically, it assimilates reality of whatever political climate is going on into a potential future. And that's what's scary. There could very well be a Kai Anderson type of cult going on right now, and it hasn't made the news yet. So we'll see what happens. We're on the brink of a purge. It's bound to happen. We'll see what happens. This season was terrifying because of all the little nuances that went on through it. Colton Haynes was in it. I'm obsessed with Colton Haynes. He was in so many episodes of Teen Wolf. And then he left Teen Wolf to do Arrow, and then he went back to Teen Wolf very briefly for an episode, and Teen Wolf went to garbage after season 5. Just, they didn't finish storylines, and I hate, that's why Walking Dead's gone to absolute garbage. That's why no one watches it anymore, because they don't do storylines anymore. They just do these stupid, let's introduce a character and then kill them 5 minutes later. And you're supposed to get invested, but you're not supposed to get invested. And let's kill a main character for no reason. And the end of Teen Wolf, they did the same thing. They would introduce these new characters for no reason. And they would not finish off certain character storylines. But they could have done it. Because they had so much potential. Teen Wolf was awesome for quite some time. And then poop. I'm very upset. Because I love Teen Wolf. I do. I love the series as a whole, but if they finished off certain character storylines, I would be raving about it more than I already do in general. But point being, this season had a lot of storylines, so it was a little hard to follow a bit. Who knew who when, and who did what to who when to become part of the cult, and who killed who for what reason, and some of it was a little hard to follow, but it all made sense in the end. The woman won. New change because the blizzard is coming. Winter is coming. Or as everyone has been saying throughout all of these recent protests, November is coming for the midterm elections. So that's really it. Did you see season 7 of American Horror Story Cult? What did you think? I think this was one of Evan Peters' best performances because it was terrifying the amount of depth that he went into this character. You see him have that psychotic break. Evan's amazing. He is an amazing actor. It's disgusting how amazing he is. And I want to see him do more comedic stuff, because I know he's a funny guy. And I know he doesn't like doing these dramatic roles. So I want to see him get some funny stuff going. A whole buddy comedy movie series. That would be funny. With Evan and someone. I don't know. It'd be fun. That's really it. Mucho mahalo, guys.